Science versus conspiracy. America's brain drain saga. When facts become optional. Let's break this down. Trump's political playbook is basically a wild conspiracy theory mixtape blended with some holy roller vibes. We're talking about a movement that treats scientific facts like they're optional menu items. Vaccines? Nah. Climate change? Fake news. Scientific evidence? More like scientific whatever. From science superpower to conspiracy central. Remember when the US was the Einstein of global innovation? Now we're looking more like that uncle who believes lizard people run the government. NASA and NIH could go from cutting-edge research centers to basically conspiracy theory incubators. We're not just risking our scientific edge, we're potentially yeeting it off a cliff. Welcome to the potential new dark ages. Population, everyone. Imagine a world where religious fanaticism and conspiracy theories replace rational thinking. We're not just talking about a few Facebook groups. We're looking at a potential global regression that would make medieval scholars look progressive. Science becomes optional, reason takes a vacation, and suddenly we're all living in some bizarre alternate reality where facts are whatever you want them to be. Global drama. When science takes a back seat. The Worldwide Conspiracy Carnival. Trump's policies are like that one viral meme that spreads everywhere. Suddenly, anti-secular groups in the Middle East, Asia, and Africa are getting wind that conspiracy and religious fundamentalism might be the new cool kids on the block. It's like watching a global game of who can be the most irrational? Brain drain. The global edition. As America potentially loses its scientific mojo, developing countries might find themselves even further behind. Innovation becomes a game of musical chairs, and guess who might be left standing? Everyone except the US. Global alliances. More cracks than a sidewalk. America First isn't just a slogan, it's basically a diplomatic wrecking ball. The UN, NATO, and EU, they're looking more fragile than a house of cards in a hurricane. Glimmers of hope. Not all is lost. The resistance enters the chat. Universities, media, and civil society organizations are like, not on our watch. They're basically the superhero squad ready to fight the forces of anti-science madness. Global Science Squad assembles. Europe and Asia are like, we got this. The EU's research programs and China's tech investments could basically pick up where the US dropped the scientific ball. Gen Z, here to save the day. If there's any hope, it's with the younger generations. They're not just fighting authoritarianism, they're doing it with memes, TikTok, and a level of digital savvy that would make Silicon Valley tech brothers look like amateurs. The bottom line, we're not just talking about a potential scientific setback. We're looking at a global game of intellectual chicken, where the stakes are nothing less than human progress itself. Science nerds and conspiracy theorists alike, this is going to be one hell of a ride.